Welcome back to another explainer. If you've been noticing a massive leap in the quality of AI-generated video lately, well, you're definitely not alone. It's moving fast. Today, we're diving deep into Google Flow. We're going to unpack exactly how this unified studio works and look at how creators are literally using these models to pull off some incredible, real-world productions. Let's get right into it.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with an award-winning AI filming case study. Then, we'll take a look inside the Google Flow Studio itself, explore some advanced workflows and insider hacks, put Veo 3 head-to-head against Sora, and finally, we'll break down how to master Flow credits so you can actually budget your projects.
All right, let's start with Section 1, award-winning AI filmmaking, and specifically a $1 million case study. So when Google launched the Global AI Film Award, they did it with one very clear message in mind. AI is here to become a powerful partner in the creative process. You know, the goal wasn't to replace filmmakers, it was to empower them. And wow, did the community respond. They had something like 3,500 entries pour in from all over the globe. And the ultimate winner? Well, they were announced at the 1 Billion Followers Summit and walked away with a staggering $1 million prize. $1 million. The top honor went to Zubair El-Jalassi. He's a filmmaker and graphic designer from Tunisia, and he won for his incredibly moving short film titled Lily. Lily is this deeply compelling story about a lonely archivist whose entire life gets turned upside down by a doll found at a hit-and-run scene. To pull this off, El-Jalassi used a very specific combo of tools. First, he leaned on the Veo video model to dial in this distinct, gloomy, cinematic aesthetic. Then he used Flow to give himself that sophisticated, granular control over his characters so they actually conveyed genuine empathy. And behind the scenes, he used Gemini for the early storyboarding and concepting. It's honestly just a beautiful example of using AI to serve human emotion, rather than just saying, hey, look at this cool tech. Okay, moving on to Section 2, inside Google Flow Studio, where we are demystifying the tools. Let's actually look under the hood. Google Flow is essentially a unified tri-core architecture. Basically, it crams 3 massive Google models under one roof. First up is Veo 3.1. That's your core engine. That's what actually generates your video clips from your text prompts. Next, you've got Nano Banana 2. Sure, it's a funny name, but it is an absolute beast for high-fidelity image generation. You can use those images on their own or feed them into your videos. And rounding it out is Gemini, the natural language powerhouse working quietly in the background so you don't have to speak in code. It just makes your prompting feel completely intuitive.
Which brings us to arguably one of Flow's coolest features, the AI agent. This is a game changer. You give it one simple prompt, let's say a story about a boy and a dog. That's it. The agent then completely automates the workflow. It writes the script, generates the base images, and renders the final video sequence for you. Zero manual prompting between those steps. The time you save here is just unbelievable.
And if you click over to the Character tab, you'll find some wild personalization options, like creating your own custom AI avatar. It's actually super simple. Step 1, you just scan a QR code with your phone. Step 2, read a few numbers out loud so it can map your voice. And Step 3, just turn your head left and right to verify your face. Boom. You now have a verified avatar that you can instantly drop into any prompt just by typing the @ symbol.
Now we're getting into the really good stuff. Section 3, advanced workflows and hacks. Let's push some creative limits.
So, anybody who's used AI video knows maintaining character consistency across multiple scenes can be an absolute nightmare. Well, here is an insider hack to fix that. Step 1, generate your first video clip. Step 2, pause it near the end and take a screenshot right where your character's face is nice and clear. Finally, Step 3, upload that exact screenshot as the start frame for your next generation. Just prompt the new action, and Veo will flawlessly continue the narrative with your character looking exactly the same. It works like magic. Another feature you absolutely need to use is the lasso tool. This is for prepping your visual ingredients before you animate them. Just double-click the box icon, and you get this freehand drawing tool. Say you have an empty desk. Just circle a spot and type, add a teddy bear. Or maybe you generated a gorgeous street scene, but there's this weird-looking taxi cab ruining the shot. Just lasso the car, prompt, remove the vehicle, and it's gone. Pixel-perfect control before you even touch the timeline. And if you really want to get the highest quality outputs from Veo 3, you have to stop using basic prompts. Pros use this 4-layer structure. So instead of just typing a chef cooking, you build it out. Layer 1, the subject, a female chef in a crisp white uniform. Layer 2, environment, a modern kitchen at dusk, warm lighting. Layer 3, action,
methodically plating a dish, slow camera pan. And layer 4, technical, cinematic 4K, shallow depth of field, documentary style. Layering your prompts exactly like this literally stops AI hallucinations in their tracks.
All right, Section 4, VO3 versus Sora. This is the ultimate showdown everyone's been waiting for.
Look, these are the two titans in the space right now, but they are built for fundamentally different things. VO3 caps out at 8-second clips, but the physics simulation is mind-blowing, and you can easily access it through Gemini Advanced. Sora, on the other hand, it can pump out massive 60-second clips on its Pro tier and has unmatched long-form scene coherence, meaning a scene actually holds together logically for a full minute. The catch? Sora is video only. Absolutely zero audio.
When you look at the raw data, the photorealism is phenomenal on both. It really comes down to your project constraints. If you need a 45-second continuous narrative shot, Sora wins, hands down. But if you need an 8-second, highly atmospheric B-roll clip, VO3 is going to be so much more efficient for your workflow. And we have to talk about VO3's secret weapon, native synchronized audio. This is huge. If you generate a clip of a rainy street, VO automatically creates the sound of the rain, the distant traffic, all the ambient noise. If your character talks, it literally lip syncs the dialogue. For anyone who has spent hours digging through sound libraries, trying to manually sync audio in post-production, you know this is a total game changer. Okay, let's bring it back to reality for Section 5, Mastering Flow Credits. We need to talk about the economics of actually using this stuff. So, right out of the gate, if you have a free Google account, you get 50 free daily credits to play around with in Flow. It is a fantastic way to learn the ropes. But, and this is a big but, you have to remember one rule. They do not roll over. If you don't use today's 50 credits, you do not wake up with 100 tomorrow. It is strictly use them or lose them. So how far do those 50 credits actually go? Well, surprisingly, image generation using Nano Banana 2 currently costs 0 credits. You can sit there generating images all day for free. Videos are a different story, though. A standard VO 3.1 Lite video will run you 10 credits. But if you switch it to the maximum fidelity quality model, that's going to burn 100 credits per generation. So always check your settings before you click generate. To wrap things up, here are a few pro tips for your budget. If you're going to take this seriously, the Google AI Pro tier is about $20 a month and gives you 1,000 monthly credits. Just be aware, the second you upgrade, any free daily credits you had left are instantly forfeited. Oh, and if you happen to be a GeoSim user, check this out. You can currently claim 18 months of the Google Pro plan completely for free. It's an insane deal. And finally, if budget is super tight, definitely check out Cetus 2.0. It's a great alternative that actually gives you free daily credits for watermark-free videos. So there you have it. We've seen how tools like VO3, Nano Banana 2, and the Gemini agent are basically shattering the technical barriers to high-end video production. With a smartly structured prompt and just a little bit of credit management, the results you can get are mind-blowing. The tech is sitting right there, just waiting for your vision. The only question left is, how are you going to use these models to rewrite tomorrow's stories? Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.